Hey everyone, welcome back to another seasonal video from yours truly, the Otaku Opinions crew. Today we're going to go over Spring 2025. If you know the drill by now. Must watch, maybe not going to bother. But I'm going to be honest, Winter 2025 didn't really tickle me that much. There were a few outlanders, but most of them were sequels. So it is what it is. So, you ready to do this, Akuma?
Yes, I am. I'm alive.
Alright, let's start with the first one. The first one we will be talking about today is an anime original isekai called Twins Hina Hima. The synopsis for this show is two high school girls, Himari and Hinana, dream of going viral. As they film all sorts of topics and that could become a hot topic, they notice something strange and enter a strange world. This is basically influencers right now when they want to do something on TikTok. They do something stupid and dangerous. Like, have you seen that video of the guy on the hot air balloon saying that he's going to jump out for TikTok views?
And then they got really tough.
The guy's like, no, the guy who's doing everything saying you can't do that and holds him back.
I mean, it doesn't sound. It could be interesting.
It could be very interesting.
Much more we have.
Especially since this is the first anime that this studio, Kaka Technology Studio, has ever done. It's their first one ever.
Okay. I mean, the art style does look really nice, and if it's anything like you said, it's social media people falling into a new world. I can just imagine Backrooms type scenario.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it as a maybe.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, Akuma.
Yes.
Your turn to shine.
All right. The next one is, right. I haven't read anime in a while, so Kyujin Gentoshu.
Kyujin Gentoshu.
Yep. Which is Sword of the Demon Hunter. Once again, Kyujin Gentoshu. The synopsis says, in the Edo period, there was a shrine maiden called Itsukihime in the mountain village of Kadano. Jinta, a young man who acts as the shrine maiden's guardian, despite being a stranger, encounters a mysterious demon who speaks of the far future in the forest where he went to defeat it. From Edo to the Heisei era, this huge Japanese fantasy series follows a demon man who travels through time while continuously questioning the meaning of wielding a sword. Interesting.
It kind of gives me Dororo vibes.
See, it's hard to put it in words, but like there was this anime where this guy could go back in time and into his childhood, and he like saved a bunch of people.
Erased.
Yeah, maybe it could be something like Erased, just with swords, and the guy doesn't change his age.
No, it would be anything like Erased. Erased was a drama piece. This is an action piece.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna put this as a maybe. It's gonna be a strong maybe for me, just because I've looked at who the main character is. It's got Hayami Sayori as the main voice.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah. Look, I'm a simp. Know what I like, okay?
Yeah, I mean, if you know, you know. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So Akuma would also say maybe. He hasn't said, but he is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I put it into my watch list, but we'll see how it goes.
Exactly. Good man. Right. So on to the next one. It says Aru Mazo ga shinu maid, which translates to until the witch dies. Okay, cool. On her 17th birthday, the apprentice witch Meg learns that she only has 1 year left to live. Her teacher, the long-lived witch Faust, explains that the only way to undo the death curse is to collect tears of joy and grow the seed of life. To find them, Meg will have to leave the sheltered life she's always known and head out into the world. There will be meetings, partings, friendships aplenty, and of course many tears. Meg will learn the most important lessons for which are bright, sweet, and somewhat heart-wrenching.
Okay.
This actually reminds me of Majo no Tabi Tabi.
Okay.
Elena's Journey.
Yeah.
Elena's Journey. It was an alright show. It was about a witch that went out and on a journey just to find herself, and she met loads of people and little different stories happen here and there. But that show got very depressing later on down the line with certain story arcs. So I'm curious to see how this, plans out.
I
So I'm
agree.
gonna put it as a maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that one because it could go two ways. It could be like, oh yeah, I can't believe I'm going to die. I'm all depressed and I'm making friends on the way, and oh look, I'm still going to die. Or it's going to be like, oh wow, I'm gonna die. This is fine. Let's go on an adventure. It just completely changed
Yeah,
the arc of things.
yeah. All right. I know the next one, Aqua.
Yeah.
Go on, man.
Haite kudasai Takemi-san.
Haite kudasai, Takamine-san.
Yes. Which translates to please put them on. Takemine is great at everything she does, and her magnetic personality makes her the envy of everyone. She gets good grades, excels at sports, and even manages to become student council president during her first year of high school. But Takemine has a secret. She possesses an ability called Eternal Virgin Road,
Yep.
allowing her to redo past actions and achieve a different result. Okay, that doesn't sound like the name, but alright. While this might seem like a decent skill to have, Takemine must pay a price to activate it. She has to strip off a piece of her lingering after getting an imperfect score on a test. Okay. Takumi begins to remove her underwear during class and is spotted by her average and weak-willed classmate Koshi Shirota, who is bewildered by the sight. However, the very next instant, things reset and Takumi's test is now perfect. When Shirota decides to confront Takumi about her previous test score, she reveals her ability to him and blackmails him in becoming her closet, making him carry around extra lingering and put them on her. Her goal is to be able to use Eternal Virgin Road as much as possible in order to stay at the top of the school hierarchy. Left with little choices in the matter, Shirota accepts starting in an oddly intimate type of relationship with the most popular girl at school.
Right. That was a huge mouthful.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Akuma at the minute. Right. So Akuma, it's about a girl who has
Strips.
superpowers when she takes them off. Okay,
Mhm.
this is the best way to say it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right.
Yeah. Cool.
How
Yeah.
would
No,
you
I read this synopsis when it got announced,
Yeah.
and yeah.
My question is, how do you find something like that out?
I don't know. You take him off one day, and then all of a sudden you're like,
I have.
see.
I guess I've turned back time. But like the name,
Right.
I'm just saying the name of it, Eternal Virgin Road, makes no sense to what her ability does.
I mean, you say that, but like Bunny Girl Senpai had something called puberty syndrome, and all it was is, yeah, certain events happening when they go through puberty.
Yeah, this just sounds like
Yeah.
strip to go back in time.
I'm gonna put it as a maybe, man. I like these kind of
Oh,
shows most
it's in
times.
my plan to watch.
I'm on a culture. I see.
Indeed. Gotta watch something interesting,
Uh,
eh?
Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. Is it? We're men of culture. We gotta. All right. I guess we go to the next one in now. So this is called the easiest title that Akuma wishes he would do. It's called Your Former. The synopsis is in an alternative 2023. The Your Former, a miraculous smart thread technology initially developed to treat a massive outbreak of viral encephalitis. What the hell is that? Has become integral part of a daily life. But these convenient devices come with an invasive drawback. They record every sight, sound, and even emotion the user experiences. For electronic investigator Etika Hide, diving into people's memories via the Your Farmer and hunting for evidence to solve the toughest crimes is all part of a day's work. The problem is, she's good at what she does. That her assistant literally fries their brains trying to keep up with her. After putting one too many aides in the hospital, the top brass finally furnished Ekika with a partner on her level. A brilliant yet cheeky android named Harold Lucraft. Lucraft? Yeah. Does this unlikely duo have what it takes to resolve their mutual suspicious and avert a deadly technological infection from sweeping across the globe before it's too late?
Okay. I like.
I'm going to summarize that down. People have technology virus, so people go inside people's brain, fix virus, but person too good at job and does not do well, so they design new robots that can handle said flaw.
Yeah.
Right?
I like
Yeah.
the sounds of it because it reminds me of this one anime. I can't remember what the name is. You'll probably guess it. Where essentially, like, these detectives go into killers' minds to see what they're like.
All right, so there's two like that. Yeah, it's link click or ID invalid.
ID invalid. I'm pretty sure.
There we go.
That's kind of the vibe I get.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it as a maybe. I see Hana Zawakana in the cast, and I love her. She's my second favorite actress of all time, so we'll go with a maybe.
Yeah, I've added it to my list because if it is anything like ID invaded, then it'd be great.
Invalid.
Invaded.
Your turn for long titles.
This one is Sakayo no Osama Nidome no Jinsei wa Nani wo Soru?
Saikyo no Osama Nidome no Jinsei wa Nani wa Suru.
I didn't do terrible, which translates to the beginning after the end. Honestly, I don't think I did too bad reading that title.
No, you did not.
Yeah, there's definitely the worst ones. The synopsis says, the story follows the strongest king in history, Grey. Although he possesses unparalleled power, wealth, and fame, there is no one who stands by his side, and he trusts no one. One day, Grey suddenly meets his death, and is reincarnated as a powerless infant named Arthur. In a world of magic surrounded by a loving family and companions, Arthur starts to experience joys in this new life that he never knew in his previous one. However, during the journey, his family is attacked by bandits. Thus begins his second life, filled with love and adventure. Aww.
Wait. Does he just get killed in the first episode? Or... What?
Yeah, so it sounds like a isekai where a really powerful king gets killed, and he gets isekai'd into like either a new world.
Isekais, this is a reincarnation.
So it's the same world, yeah. So he gets reincarnated, just as a weaker being.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It reminds me of an anime where the king got reincarnated as a girl. That anime, I did not like that anime. Was it the strongest magical knight becomes a squire in training? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that show that much just because I didn't like the fact that it was weird. I can't really explain it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think we should put this as a maybe because this is either going to be a hit or a miss.
I agree as a maybe just because he reincarnates as a man again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll put it as a maybe as well. I'm done with that.
Exactly. I agree.
Ballpark the Tsukima Maite, the catcher in the ballpark. Right. The reason why we're going to talk about this is because there was another anime way back in the day about a couple that, the wife was very workaholic, and then he would come home and her husband would make her some nice drinks, and she would just be happy and they would get along. So we're going to talk about this anyway.
Yeah.
An office drone finds relief from his job by attending the ballpark close to the daily commute. He asks the vendor girl for beer, but for some reason, after transaction, she sticks around him. I'm down for this. I am down for this.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Yeah, it's
sounds
an
wholesome.
adult cast as well. We need to lament that. There are no kids in this show. Get that stuff out of here. We have the most generic office worker you'll ever see. No, he's got eye bags. Damn, that's not generic as hell. But Feroz Ai is playing the main girl. I'm going to put it as a maybe, but I will always support Feroz Ai because she's come out saying that she has PTSD. So she's trying to, dial it down. But at the same time, she's absolutely smashing with the voice acting.
Yeah. By the looks of it as well, is it baseball? The sport?
Yeah, ballpark. Oh yeah. It's baseball.
Okay,
Did you
so
not? Did you not get that from
no,
just?
yeah, that's what I was assuming, but
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. So this is a maybe, easy maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I think it could be interesting. I mean, like, I do like some sport animes, but if this is more focusing on the interaction with another person rather than focusing on the sport itself, it might be a nice twist of things.
I think you might go down the romance route. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Well, I'm just saying this now. I am so glad I held my anger in while you finished that sentence. What is this title? Alright, so, the next one.
Wait. On trend, Akuma gets the long titles.
Ishun di Chirio, she...
Yeah, go. I'll say the title after you finish.
Shieta, Noni Yakuza, to Suhu, Sareta, Tensai, Chiyushi, Yami Hila, Toshi, Tanoshiko Ikuru. There you go. That's what that is.
Ishun de chirio shite noni yakutatazu to suhi ho sarete tensei tsuyushi yami hila toshite tanoshiku ikiru.
Yeah. that was a hell of a title. Which translates.
There's longer ones.
I bet. This translates to the brilliant healer's new life in the shadows. Don't know how something that long translates to something that small, but okay. So the synopsis says, life hasn't been kind to Xenos. He was born in the slums and his dirt-poor background has denied him almost every opportunity. After an encounter with a healer, he throws himself into studying to become one and finally catches a break when an adventurer invites Xenos into his party. Xenos is thrilled, so thrilled in fact, that he's willing to put up with his teammates treating him like garbage. They fail to appreciate his talents and ultimately kick him to the curb, claiming he's outlived his usefulness to them. Now, bereft of money and out of options, Xenos decides to put his self-taught skills to use elsewhere and opens an underground clinic. Word quickly spreads about the brilliant healer working incredible magic in the city shadows underbelly. Even the royal palace is taking notice. Can Xenos buck the odds and carve out a life for himself in a world that spit in his face? And can he save the lives of the patients who wind up on his doorstep in the progress?
I'm going to say it because we're all thinking of it. This is Safe for Work redo of Healer. Yeah,
I'd watch this.
Is the SFW version of redo of Healer. I'll watch it. I'm going to put it as a maybe again, but yeah, just know in my heart, I'm going to be thinking about redo of Healer throughout the whole entire thing. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's go to the next one. The next one, it's my turn. We're gonna go to Rock wa Lady no Tashinami Deshita. Right. This anime, I've seen some trailers, some clips float around about this. Like, these are like prestigious girls that break out of their norm and absolutely spit on the faces of people. Like, they rock. Like, so there's certain shows out there like that follow the same vein. Bocchi the Rock, Girls Band Cry. So let's read the synopsis to see what it's like. At an elite all-girls academy where refined young ladies gather, Lilisa Suzunomiya, now the daughter of a real estate tycoon after her mother remarried, is forced to abandon her guitar and rock music to fit in. However, her passion is reignited by sounds from the old school building, where she meets a skilled drummer who shares her love for rock. Bocchi the Rocky! Sorry. Together they embrace their inner rock stars, elegantly clashing and shouting their way through the academy in this captivating tale of grace and rebellion. Okay. This is based off a manga. And I have a thing where music manga don't resonate well with me just because you can't hear the music.
Exactly, yeah.
So when they get adapted into an actual anime series, kind of want to see how people imagined the music to be and if it actually it aligns with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
gonna
that
put
it's
it
a
down
rock
as maybe.
thing.
I'm gonna put it down as maybe, but it does remind me of Girls Band Cry and Butchie the Rock.
Yeah, but like the fact that they're doing a rock anime as well now, and it's like by the looks of thing, it's an all girls cast. It's gonna be awesome. Like, there's gonna be some fire songs, and then there's gonna be really some probably like bad songs. But I'm really hoping that there's like I'll hopefully get some of these in my playlist type of things. You know?
Have you watched Butchie the Rock?
No.
It's my favorite anime of that year, and it came out at the same time as like Chainsaw Man and a lot. It generally was my favorite anime of that year.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Akuma, let's go to the next one.
The next anime is called Bye Bye Earth second season. Now, I don't know anything about this. I can see from the poster that there's a kind of wolf boy and a lady fighting each other, but who knows?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put this as not gonna bother straight up.
Okay.
The first season's first episode captivated me,
Yeah.
but I have no idea what the hell happened after that. Like, this girl goes on like a journey to become like a nomad or something, whatever it was, and it just doesn't end well. And there's a lot of sexual tension between the two main characters that really doesn't amount to anything in the first season. It might amount to something here, but I'm gonna put it as a not gonna bother. Akuma would do the same because he's not watched the first season.
Yeah, I agree, but I do like the looks of like not necessarily the art style, but the characters themselves look really nice.
I will say that the characters did look quite good in the first season. All right, I'm excited to talk about this one because I've seen, because this is me IRL. Like, guys, everyone thinks I'm that one gay friend, even though I'm heterosexual. So this resonates with me. So the title is Danzo no Yuzo wa seritsu suru iya shinai, which translates to, can a boy and girl friendship hold up? No, it can't. It can. Most of the times it can. If you don't see your friend in that kind of way, you just remain friends.
It is hard.
For the rest of your life. I've got to
get past that point.
Anyway, the synopsis is about a boy and a girl pledge lifelong friendship in a small town junior high school. The relationship between the two, who are destined to share a common dream, has passed 2 years without any particular development. Himari Inuzuka, a bubbly girl who has yet to find her first love, and Yu Natsume, a plant-loving boy who enjoys flowers, still spend their days peacefully as best friends in the gardening club in the second year of high school. If you can't get married, I have to take responsibility. I'm having trouble now because after Himari said that, your brother began calling me my brother-in-law. However, when Yu reunites with his first crush, the gears of their relationship suddenly go out of sync. Will Himari be able to escape her ideal friend now that she has found love? What? I will watch this. I am going to watch this. I'm going to give this a must-watch, Akuma.
Yeah.
Yeah?
See, like, I think the main reason I really enjoy blue hair and anime-related things is Miku. Miku is a very big thing at the moment for me.
Hatsune Miku.
Yep.
Okay, right. Let's go on to the next one, Akuma. Actually, let's go back on the Miku thing.
Okay.
What? Why? Why? When did this happen?
Fortnite.
Right, with that, my friendship with Akuma has come to an end. Let's go to the... I'll see you guys next on another video.
This video isn't even going to be released. I can't edit myself.
Akuma does not exist. All the videos will be taken down after this video.
So the next one is Naza Toki wa Dinner no Ato di.
Yeah, you said it right, don't worry.
Oh my god. Okay, the Dinner Table Detective. Which the synopsis...
You said that right as well.
Wow, okay.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
I said the Japanese one and the English one right.
Who would have thought?
Not me. The synopsis says, set in Kunu Itachi City, Tokyo.
Not Kuni Itachi. It is not something to do with Naruto. It's Kunitachi.
Kunitachi. Set in Kunu Itachi City, Tokyo, Riko Hosho, a rookie detective at the Kunitachi
Yeah, go on. Say the name.
Kunitachi Police Department,
Kunitachi. Yeah. Good job. Good
is
job.
also heiress of globally renowned Hosho Group. She tackles challenges cases alongside Inspector Kazamatsuri, heir to the Kazamatsuri Motors family business, and Kageyama,
Yep.
her sharp-tongued butler and driver, with biting remarks like, "Are your eyes merely decorative, my lady?" Kageyama not only critiques Riko's lack of detective skills, but also brilliantly solves the mystery at hand. A sharp-tongued butler meets classic detective fiction in this unique mystery series.
Right.
I'm
Good
just
job.
saying, this
Let's give
is like one of the
a round of applause.
literally one of these like shortest synopsis, but with the most difficult words.
Right. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna put it as a must-watch. There's two elements why. First off, it's a madhouse. Yeah, we love madhouse here. And the second reason, I've seen the main cast. You have Kazuyuki, who's Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, playing one of the main characters. You have Miyano Mimoru, a guy that loves voice acting. If you watch, what's it called, Zombieland Saga, you know how much of a voice actor he can be. And then also we have Hanazawa Kana, who is an amazing voice actress. She's ranked number 1 in like all the polls when it comes to voice acting. So I'm going to give it a must watch just because of that. The synopsis does sound unique as well, in the fact that it's an heiress who goes out and solves mysteries. What about you, Akuma?
I might watch it. I think this one will solely depend on if you think this is funny enough for me to watch. Because if it's like silly and goofy, it's fine. But if it's not funny, then I don't want to watch it, kind of thing.
That's the reason why I like the fact that Miyano Mamoru is in this show, because his comedic timing is amazing.
Yeah, but I will have to see what it's like through you.
Thank you. I am the dictionary when it comes to anime. Come to me and I will tell you everything.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm jealous.
On to the next
I'm
show.
Shall
we go?
Yes.
Yeah. So the next one is Windbreaker Season 2. I loved the first season of Windbreaker.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this as a must-watch. Like the Cloverworks did an amazing job when it came to the actual action scenes of Windbreaker. So, all right. Let's go on to the next one, which is Fire Force Season 3. I think this will be the final season of Fire Force. I love the first 2 seasons, and I already know the spoiler ending, which I won't reveal because Akuma probably kill me and stop recording.
I don't know the ending, but I know it's actually the... Well, actually, no, I do know the ending, I think. But I don't think we should spoil it for anyone else.
No, we won't spoil it for anyone else, but it is a good show. It's done by the same creator as Soul Eater. If you like Soul Eater, you probably like the show as well. To be fair, if you like Soul Eater, you'll definitely like the show.
Exactly. I recommend, if possible, if this is the final season, watch this, then Soul Eater, because this is actually the prequel to Soul Eater.
Yeah, technically, yes. But yeah, I'm going to put it as a must-watch straight away.
I need to definitely catch up with this. It does look great.
Yeah, you do.
The next one is Slime Toshi 300 Nen Shiranai Uchi ni level max ni Natemashita Sono ni.
Yeah, you could have just said this other title on, because it's yeah, I've been killing slimes for 300 years. Everyone knows this show.
Everyone haven't heard this show.
It's a very good show. I like this show a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna give it as a must watch. I really do like this show.
Anything about it? Like, what was it about?
You don't know what the show is
about?
No,
I don't know. I have no clue.
I forgot about that. Well, so the story is about a girl that gets reincarnated into another world, and she gets reincarnated as an immortal witch. For the next 300 years, she kills slimes every day, and she maxes out all of her levels. Doing so, she gets the attention of people, and other immortal beings, and she kind of starts as family with them.
Oh.
Like she has 2 kids that
Whoa.
are the deceased spirits of the slimes that she killed.
Oh. Well, I'll give it a watch. It looks cutesy,
I
and
really do like this show, and
I love anime that
most
involves slime.
it's not like that show.
Yeah, no, I would definitely watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, give it a shot. I would recommend this one, Akuma. I like it. It's a must-watch already.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is a very big one. Kowloon generic romance is the next one on our. In the distant future, individuals who adore the old way of life in. Right, so the next anime on our list is Kowloon generic romance. Yeah?
Mhm.
Akuma, this is a big one that, people talk about quite a bit. The manga for this was very big, and when it got announced, because the manga had finished for a while, people absolutely lost their stuff.
I mean, I've never heard of it.
Have you heard of this one before?
No.
Well, so in the distant future, individuals who adore the old way of life live in Kowloon Walled City, a slum city that serves as a refuge for those who long for Hong Kong of the past. Realtor Reiko Kujirai, however, craves for the new exciting places in the area. In contrast, her only co-worker, Hajime Kudo, enjoys the nostalgia the city invokes and is put off by anything modern that sees past its walls. But despite their differing views and constant bickering on the most mundane of things, the two often find themselves enjoying each other's company. One day, a prank gone leads Hajime to make unexpected advances towards Reiko, after which he is swiftly apologized for. Baffled by his actions, Reiko starts investigating for possible explanations, only to discover a past that she has no memory of. This is a must-watch already, honestly. It honestly is a must-watch, straight up.
I don't know. I don't like the art style.
That's what made it a must-watch. That's what made it good, because it had a unique art style that most people haven't seen.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If you end up watching it and it's absolutely terrible, then I'm definitely not watching it. But if you watch it and it's just oh my god, actually this is crazy, then I'd consider it. The next one is called Kata Inaka no Osan Kensei ni Naru, which translates to From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. I feel like I know what this is about already.
Osan Kensei ni Naru. So you did a good job.
Yeah, I feel like I know what this is about already without even reading the synopsis.
We all know what this is about already, because let's be honest,
it's very self-explanatory in the title.
Yeah.
It's look, it's an old man in the countryside. Oh, I've never touched a sword before. Oh wow, I'm amazing with sword skills. What? Let's travel the world together. Let's see. The synopsis says, Beryl Gardinen is a self-proclaimed humble old man, is a sword instructor at his dojo in rural backwater village. In his younger years, he dreams of glory and master swordsman, but those days are long behind him. Out of the blue, he receives a visit from a famous former pupil who brings him world-shattering news. He's been appointed as a special instructor for the Knights of the Liberation Order. With his life now turned upside down, Beryl travels to the capital and reunites with some of his former students, elite knights, an ace wizard, and even an adventurer who's attained this highest guild rank possible. But why do they all want his tutelage? As far as he's conquered, they clearly don't need him anymore. Can Beryl live up to his new position, and will he get a moment's peace away from his adoring students?
This one reminds me of quite a few. So there's one currently going on about the A-ranked red magician getting kicked out and teaching his pupils afterwards. But it also reminds me of the one with the father called My daughter grew up and left the nest and came back as an S-ranked adventurer.
I mean, it actually does sound more interesting than what we could guess, to be honest. Like, it sounds more on the lines of he was brought in to be tutoring rather than be found and then an amazing swordsman. He's more of a teacher. And I like teacher animes.
Yeah. I like teacher animes as well. Because, you know, we always want that one teacher in our life.
I would.
So,
would
I'm going to
you
give it a
agree with
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. On to the next one is... Go on, Akuma.
Yes, this one is Annie
We'll
Shirley.
skip. Yeah, thank you. Good man. You actually knew which one we're going to go do next. This man knows. He knows.
The synopsis for this is: life is not easy for Annie Shirley, an 11-year-old orphan with a vast imagination and a short temper. In a twist of fate, she gets taken into the Cuthbert house in Avonlea. I'll go with that. The elderly occupants, Marilla and Matthew Cuthbert, were looking for a young boy to help in the fields, but they're in for quite a shock when they realize Annie is a girl. Adapted from the acclaimed classic L.M. Montagard Akane no Annie portrays Annie's upbringing from 11 to 17 years of age and her encounters and separations with various people. Only time will tell decisions Annie has made that will change her life forever. It's the Annie anime.
No. Anne Shirley is an award-winning novel manga. The studio that's doing it is the same studio that did the sequels to Tower of God. I've done some research though. The sequels for Tower of God suck. Okay, in all honesty, they really do suck.
Okay.
The studio that did those sequels are also some of the sequels that are the studios that did the original Makoto Shinkai works. And if you don't know what Makoto Shinkai is, he's the creator of Your Name, Weathering with You, Suzume. He's a beautiful looking anime. And I'm kind of hoping that they do that justice with this anime. So I'm going to put it as a must watch just on those premise and that information alone.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I probably won't because I'm not really interested in... By the sounds of it, it's kind of like slice of life, but like to the point it's at the countryside, which is fine. I understand people like that, but I'm not big into slice of life unless there's like big twists and stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be a must watch for me. I know Akuma's going to put it down as maybe, but it's going to be a must watch for me.
Yeah.
Alright, again, it's going to be another show we touch upon, but I'm not going to talk about because, yeah, it's not a show that I am going... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it. I've just realized who the studio is. You know when a studio just changes your mind like that, Akuma?
No, because I don't pay attention to the studios.
So this is a Shin Samurai Den Yaiba Samurai Legend. This is a remake of a very... of a kids anime back in the early 2000s, like what's it called? Shaman King. So it kind of follows those kind of ways. The protagonist, Kurogane Yaiba, is a samurai with wild child who trains in the jungle with his father, Kenjuro. By a twist of fate, the determined samurai Yaiba returns to Japan and encounters his rival, Onimaru Takashi. Yaiba, who lives for serious battles, embarks on a spectacular adventure when Onimaru obtains the legendary demon sword. Right. The reason why I changed my mind just like that is because the studio that's doing it is Witch Studio. Witch Studio did the original Attack on Titan.
Sorry, which studio?
Wit Studio, yes.
Yeah, which studio?
Wit. But yeah, I've changed it from I'm not going to bother to a maybe just on the studio alone.
I'm not going to bother because I don't like the looks of it at all.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, I originally was going to be not going to bother, but you know, it changed my mind because of Wit.
The next one is Gorilla no Kamikara Kago Sarata Reju wa Oritsu Kishiden di Kawagareru.
ゲレラの神から加護されて霊場は降りつ騎士団でかわいがるる。
Okay, I prefer mine personally.
Your butchered version, yeah?
Yeah.
Just from the title alone, because there's gorilla and it just reminds me of Fruit of Evolution.
Yeah, I don't see an English translation for it.
I do know the English translation. If this is going to be the most butchered translation, just because, yeah, I know slight Japanese, but we're going to try, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the gorilla god, Gorilla no Kami, Hara Kako Sarete Reijo, becomes the fiance of the knight, the great knight. I think that's what it is, and is Kawaii Garuru. Is absolutely smitten.
Sounds about right. It looks
Don't come at me in the
right.
comments, please don't. I don't need that in my life.
But the synopsis says, in a world where individuals receive blessings from various animal gods at the age of 16, Sophia Leela, timid count's daughter, unexpectedly receives the blessing of the gorilla god, said to be the strongest in combat. Though she longs for a peaceful school life, her rare and powerful ability attracts the attention of the royal knights, who scout her as an apprentice knight. Despite her efforts to hide her overwhelming strength, she can't help but stand out. Meanwhile, the promising young knights around her watch over her with kindness. It's a romance anime, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a romance. Did you not hear what I said before?
I did, but I forgot.
I just said, oh, okay. Okay. This is a maybe. I think they're going to bring in that comedy element of her transforming to a gorilla.
Yeah. Or just be absolutely more stronger than all the other men.
Alright, let's go on to the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
Shounen series season 2.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother. I watched the first season. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong. I just wasn't engaged. Alright, that was easy.
I mean,
go on,
I don't think I've seen even the first season. I have no opinion on it, so I agree. The next anime is Uriwa Sekan Koka no Akutoku Ryoshu.
Oh, that's alright, yeah.
Yeah, which translates to I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. The synopsis says, in his last life, Liam lived as a moral, responsible person, but died deep in debt and betrayed by his wife. Reborn into the ruling family of a vast interstellar empire, Liam knows that life is divided between the downtrodden and the ones who do the stomping. So this time, he's going to take what he wants and live for himself, but somehow things refuse to work out that way. Despite doing his best to become a Trian, Liam's decision led to nothing but peace and prosperity for the Empire under his rule, and he just gets more and more popular. I'm adding it to my watch list. I'd watch that.
Yeah, I will as well, but it's going to be a maybe. It's generic, reincarnated, overpowered. If you like him, you like him. If you don't like him, you don't like him. So
but he wanted to kind of be a villain, but turned into a hero instead, technically, I guess.
Yeah, but there's loads of shows like that already. Alright, and on just like that, we go to the next one on our list. Finally, I have a long title. And Akma, read it.
No.
勘違いのアルティエマイスター、英雄パーティーの元雑用係が実は戦闘以外が SSS ランクだったとよくある話。Which translates to
I know the translation of this one. This one is
No. It translates to 勘違いの工具 Wait, you want to word atelier master. I don't know what an atelier is. Do you know what it is?
I'm pretty sure it's someone who collects knowledge of some sort.
Oh, like an alchemist.
Maybe. But obviously it says something about him being a triple S rank hero as well.
Yeah, so it's probably an alchemist. One day, Kurt, a kind-hearted boy, is suddenly kicked out of the hero's party. Of course he is. Of course he is. Out of the heroes party for being useless. Oh, but let me
Again.
guess, he's not actually useless. You know, what a twist. He finds that the aptitude. He finds that his aptitude for weapons, magic, and all other combat-related skills is the lowest rank. So he takes odd jobs repairing the castle walls and digging for minerals, where his exceptional abilities are immediately revealed. He proves to be skillful in cooking, building, mining, crafting magic tools. In fact, his aptitude for every skill unrelated to combat has triple S ranking. Kurt, however, seems completely unaware to his talents and ends up saving people, the town, and even the country through his unaware actions. Of course he is. This reminds me of I Parry Everything, where he's unaware that he's OP. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So it's gonna be a maybe. Yeah.
yeah, I agree with a maybe. We were right when it sounds like he's doing knowledge, but it just sounds like a house husband doing normal work.
Yeah, that's what I Parry Everything did. The guy that he did like normal tasks and he ran around actually saving people.
Yeah, he just doesn't know. It's just like, oh, you're welcome, I guess. Carries on with the day.
I'm just gonna. So the next one on our list, I'm gonna just briefly mention because if I don't, someone's gonna come at me. I'm looking at you, Yami Yusuf. You know who you are. I'm calling you out right now. Uma Musume, I'm not gonna watch this, Yusuf. Please do not come at me. Next one, Akame, that one's your one.
Okay. So the next one is called Lazarus. So the synopsis for this is: the year is 2052, an era unprecedented peace and prosperity prevails across the globe. The reason for this: mankind has been freed from sickness and pain. Nobel Prize winning neuroscientist Dr. Skinner has developed a miracle cure all drugs with no apparent drawbacks, called Hapuna. Hapuna soon becomes ubiquitous and essential. However, soon after Hapuna is officially introduced, Dr. Skinner vanishes. 3 years later, the world has moved on, but Dr. Skinner has returned this time as a harbinger of doom. Skinner announces that the Hapuna has a short half-life. Everyone who is taking it will die approximately 3 years later. Death is coming for the sinful world and coming soon. As a response to this threat, a special task force of 5 agents is gathered from across the world to save humanity from Skinner's plan. This group is called Lazarus. Can they find Skinner and develop a vaccine before time runs out? The art style looks like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's done by Mappa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mappa's a big studio right now, so yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna put it as a maybe. Mappa's got an original out right now, called Zenshu. It's alright. It's my best thing this season. No, it's alright.
Yeah.
So that's why. So I'm gonna put it as a maybe as well.
I agree. I'm putting it as a maybe. It sounds interesting, but like, I guess there's gonna be a big plot twist to why he became an evil person.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like,
all right.
Yeah.
I am actually looking forward to the next one. I'm up to date with the manga for this. I read all the other works, so you know I'm a fan of this guy now. So the anime, we're gonna do something that we haven't done today. Mo's little synopsis center,
Yeah.
So yay, kids, come along, enjoy the ride. Let's go. So the anime in question is Witch Watch. Witch Watch follows the story of Niko Wakatsuki, a witch who is called the 1,000 Spell Witch. She's able to do all kinds of spells, because witches in this universe can only specialize in one particular magic. But because of that, she has come across some evildoers, and people want to use her magic for wrong. So her mother sends her to live with an ogre called Otogi Morihito as a guardian. So these two go out into the real world trying to hide the fact that they are ogres and she's a witch. But on the first day of school, Nuko reveals to the class she's a witch, which Otogi's like, why would you do that? But everyone just accepts her for being a witch, which Otogi finally exposes himself being an ogre, and everyone's fine with that. This show is a coming of age show, but at the same time is a comedy show. We have werewolves, we have vampires, we have tengus, all sorts of things in this show. The creator of this show has done another popular manga called Skate Dance. That anime and manga series is amazing. Technically, this is actually a sequel to Skate Dance as well, because in the manga there is a little "Where Are They Now" section, and they are in the story canonically.
Okay.
However, the thing that makes this guy stand out the most is that he was an assistant to the author who made Gintama, meaning that his comedy sense follows a very similar sense as Gintama's author, but not as unhinged. So I'm going to put this as a must watch. It is in Netflix jail, which I'm not great about, but it is what it is.
What do you mean by Netflix jail?
Netflix always releases things in English a week or two after they release in Japan.
Ah, I see. That's not a bad thing though, is it?
Yeah, it is, because when you have to look for fan subs, it's really annoying.
Okay.
So it's a must watch.
Yeah. Alright, the next one is Vigilantly Boku no Hero Academia Illegals?
Illegals. It's illegals.
Oh, well, I didn't know if it would be pronounced in Japanese, which is My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Now, I'm going to attempt to give it a synopsis about it, because I don't know entirely about it. I have the manga for it, and I do plan to watch and read this for certain, but I'm pretty sure...
So what are you going to say this is a must-watch, yeah? That's what he's based
on? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that this is based in, obviously, the My Hero Academia world, right when All Might is starting to get introduced, and people wanting to become heroes. But around that time, heroes weren't very much introduced and the social norm. So the main character who wants to become like All Might essentially saves people, but has to do it in like an illegal kind of way. He's not an official hero for it.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be an actually quite cool story, but it's not that. It's basically about a guy who wanted to be a superhero all his life, but he never got like a hero's license.
Yeah.
But he still wants to do all these good things, even though it would be illegal. So one day he meets a guy in the same boat who turns out he's a vigilante. So this guy decides to do the same things and be a vigilante, hiding himself in the shadows but being a hero at the same time. But it's illegal.
Okay. So I'm not like entirely wrong, but...
Yeah, but it's the same way. So he's a vigilante, he's an anti-hero basically.
Yeah.
The next one, what is this? Yeah. Choto dake ai ga omai Dark Elf ga isekai kara oikakita. Yandere Dark Elf, she chased me all the way from it. Right, I do know the synopsis for this because I am cultured and I do know what this is about. It's about a guy that gets transported to another world. He's from another world, clears the other world's like problems, goes back to his original world, but the Dark Elf is in love with him, so follows him to that world. And
I'm so jealous.
Some miscellaneous stuff happens. I'm going to put it as a maybe. We're going to carry on with our lives because we're not going to stay on that for that long, are we, Akamo? We're not going to say anything else, are we?
I'm jealous. Anyway, next anime. The next one is called Summer Pockets. The synopsis says, Summer Pockets is set on an isolated, rural and peaceful island on the Seto inland sea called Torishirojima? Torishirojima. Yep. Which has a population of about 2,000 people. The protagonist, Hairi Takahara, grew up in an urban setting, but after an unpleasant incident, he uses the recent death of his grandmother as an excuse to come to the island to take care of her estate sale. Once there, he gets to know 4 girls who are focus of the story. Oh, great. I got to say all their names. Shiroha Narusu,
Okay.
who forgot her summer vacation.
How does one do that?
Ao Surakado, I'm going to assume that's fine, who is pursuing the legends of the island. Kamomi. Kamome. Kushima, a high-class girl looking for a pirate ship. And Tsumugi Wenders, a younger girl trying to find herself. Okay, so it sounds...
I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to bother just because it reminds me of Ireland, and I hate Ireland with a passion.
Yeah.
Ireland was not a good show. It legit, it had pedophilia in. I'm not watching it. Screw you, anime. Next one.
I agree. I mean, like, it sounded fine at the beginning, and then it was just like, oh yeah, here are the 4 people, these are what they're trying to do, and he's just gonna be talking with them.
So we're not gonna bother. Me and Akuma are like, nah, we're staying away from this. Thank you very much. Anyway, on to the next one. Zatsu Tabi, that's Journey. Okay. Okay. Great.
That's Journey.
Thank you. That's Journey. Yeah. Moving on. Chika Suzukamori, a rookie manga artist, has been rejected every time she submits a new. On the verge of giving up, she suddenly gets the idea of going on a journey that heals precisely because it's rough. That is the ultimate travel comic. Interesting. I'm gonna put it as a maybe. I do like manga artist anime. Like Shirobako is an amazing anime. NHK, Yokuso, Bakuman. These are great anime about the anime industry. Keep your hands off Eizukun. So I'm gonna give it a maybe. Yeah. Because it probably won't live up to those.
I feel like if you yourself want to travel in Japan, this might be a good anime to look at.
Yeah. So it's in the same vein as Okitsura, you know. Okitsura is an anime that currently airing about Okinawa, and it's basically propaganda for that, and they don't hide it.
Yeah. But this one sounds like it's going to be a wider journey.
Yeah, but I'm going to give it a maybe.
The next one up is the second season of Aharen San wa Hakerenai. That's how it's said.
Yeah, Aharen wa Hakerenai season 2.
Yeah, I haven't watched season 1 of this. I know it's in my plan to watch. So, do you know anything about this anime?
It's a very cute anime about a cute girl who can't really speak that loud, and she doesn't really show emotion, so she gets the attention of the guy in her class. It's really cute. It's just a cute show. I really do like it, so I'm gonna give it a must watch.
I mean, I plan to watch it anyway, so I agree.
On to our next one. You know what the funny thing about this show is? Its key visual wasn't revealed until like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
So it's called Shiunji Ke no Kodomotachi, the children of the Shiunji family. This is going to be an incest show, isn't it?
What? No. Adds to list. No.
Akbar, you know it's that kind of show when the first sentence of this synopsis is this, and I quote: "The love between brother and sister, the love between man and woman, that which is most forbidden and most unyielding."
There's 2 sons.
The 2 sons of the and 5 daughters of the Shuinji family shine like brilliant gems. Each with intelligence and beauty in equal measure, and with the pedigree of their wealthy father behind them. How could they not be the talk of the time? Eldest son Arata has spent his life being tossed around by the whims of his colourful sisters. Yet a little teasing won't stop him from valuing his family over anything and anything else. But when his younger sister turns 15, the father reveals a long-hidden secret of the Shuinji sibling and knocks Arata's world off his act. I know the spoiler because when it did get announced, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't pure incest. They're not related. None of them are. They're all adopted. That's what it is.
Okay.
But it's not good still, man.
It's in my plan to watch.
I'm gonna put it on my plan to watch. It's a maybe.
I'd say maybe as well. Like, I can't lie. A lot of good animes that touch on some of these topics, if they're good, the anime itself is done really well. If they're bad, they're focusing on too much of the other topics. Yeah.
No, I get that.
All right. The next anime is called Chuzu Zenshi Sensei Monooki Kaogiryoku Sensei Ganozo wo Hodai Shimau Kara.
Chuzenji Sensei Mononoke Kogiroku Sensei ga nazo hodete shimau kara.
Precisely. Which translates to Mononoke.
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 No, Mononoke.
Mononoke.
There you go.
The Mononoke lecture vlogs of Chuzenji Sensei. He just solves all the mysteries. Synopsis says, our setting is a world in Tokyo in 1948. Thunderstorm, rain. Just right after the war, Kanakuchi Kabe had just become a second year at high school when she meets the new language teacher. Bum bum bum. Ahiko Chuzenji. Mysterious supernatural things keep happening around Kana. Once again, today, Kana is going to open the doors to the library prep room to seek help from the surely Kuzenshi sensei who is waiting inside. A high school supernatural mystery featuring the unlikely duo between a teacher and a high school girl is about to begin.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That sounds really weird when you say it like that, but okay. I'm going to put it as a maybe. I do like the synopsis of the fact that it's supernatural and it's the two people, a student and a teacher going about it. So I kind of want to see how it unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? You in the same boat?
I agree. I think it could be interesting.
Ooh. Right. Okay. Screw me. Let's go to the next one. Kido Senshi Gundam GQX. Yeah. Mobile Suit Gundam. Gundam is a very big franchise, and this is that you have two different sections. You have the canon series, which I will never watch, but I'll watch the spin-off stuff. They're easy to watch, and I don't need to watch the whole canon line. This is a spin-off, so I probably will watch this. So, Amete Yuzu Riha is a high school student living peacefully in a space colony floating in outer space. When she meets a war refuge named Nyan, Amete is drawn into the illegal mobile suit dueling sport known as Clan Battle. Under the entry name Matsu, she throws herself into fierce battles day after day, plotting the GQs. This is an unidentified Gundam mobile suit pursued by both the Space Force and the police appears before her, along with its pilot, a boy named Shuji. Now their world is about to enter a new era. I'm going to put it as a maybe, but I am looking for
right,
just because I did like the previous ones of Iron Blooded or Witch from Mercury. Witch from Mercury was a great show.
Is it just Evangelion?
No, Gundam's big, man. Have you never heard of Gundam?
No. I
Gundam
don't
was
watch big
way
robot
before
things. The most I'll dabble in the big robot shenanigans is women Power Rangers. So oh, and
What
let's
about
not
Darling in the
forget
Franxx?
there you go. Let's not forget Darling in the Franxx.
There's Evangelion, Kanpeki sugite kawaii ge ga nai to konnyaku haki sarete seijou wa ringoku ni urare. The two perfect saints tossed aside by my fiance and sold to another kingdom. What? What?
Okay.
Guys. Okay. Alright, boomer. Philia hails from a family renowned for producing generations of saints, and she's no exception. In fact, she's known as the most powerful saint of all time, so extraordinarily gifted that many people find her insufferable. When even her fiance describes her, he can't stand her, he suddenly calls off their engagement. He's so eager to never see her again that he sells her off to the neighbouring country in dire need of a saint of their own. Now Philia readies herself to face the unknown, fully expecting more miserable treatment. After all, she'd be a fool to expect anyone to welcome her with open arms, right? There are so many that do this, man.
Yeah.
But why? Why is there a need? Like, come on, man, just leave the poor girl alone.
You are no longer useful. I will now send you to another country.
No, the thing is, she was useful, and they got rid of her because she was just a pain to talk to.
Oh. Anyway.
Alright.
The next anime is called Ninja to Koroshiya no Futagarashi.
Yeah, that was very close. Ninja to Koroshiya no Futari Gurashi.
Yes, which translates to a ninja and an assassin living together.
If this, I'm going to be honest, it's not a romance, it's cute girls doing cute things, but this would have been a great romance.
Yeah, I agree. I wish it was.
Yeah.
Synopsis says, Satoko Kusagakure, a female ninja who left her village with her comrades, finds herself living with Konoha,
Yep.
a high school girl working as an assassin in the city. Satoko possesses the ability to transform objects using ninjutsu, which catches Konoha's attention. They strike a deal. Konoha provides Satoko with a place to live in exchange with Satoko's help in cleaning up after her assassination jobs. As they face off against assassins sent by a Satoko's village, indulge in delicious meals using money earned from the assassination jobs and navigate the chaos of their unusual living situation. The story captures the heartwarming yet chaotic lives of these two unlikely roommates. Ugh.
Good job.
Yeah, I got for it. I would watch this.
I would as well, but I'm going to put it as a maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be very good.
It's either going to be really nicely silly or too silly. Because, like, for instance, what's the recent assassin anime that came out? Where the guy...
You're talking about the Kunoichi Neat?
No, so you know the guy who became a store clerk and got married with a woman?
What?
Sakamoto, I think it is.
Oh, Sakamoto Days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that, I think that's like a nice level of comedy. And if you go over that, you have to do that in like a really good way. Because if you go anything further than like just everything being a continuous joke, then I just lose interest in it.
Next one. We're almost there.
Yeah. The next one is Teojonia.
Yeah. Junior. I don't know how to say it. It's not Japanese or anything.
Exactly. The synopsis says it's a time of warfare where relentless battles continue between human and demi-human tribes like the ash monkeys and pig people invading human lands. Kai, a boy from the village of Rag, spends his days immersed in battle protecting his village. Amidst the harsh battles enforced by those possessing immense power known as guardian bearers, and as his comrades fell one by one, Kai suddenly recalls memories he shouldn't have experienced. Memories of a world with advanced technology and knowledge of people's lives beyond this world. And thus, although Kai was just a villager, he soon finds himself embroiled in great trials. A magnificent fantasy tale unfolds chronicling the struggles and growth of a single boy in a harsh world. It sounds interesting. I might watch that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a maybe as well.
Yeah.
The studio. I'm gonna be honest. This season has Kana. It's insane. She's in so many of the.
Yeah.
It's weird, but the studio is RC Productions. They don't have anything big. They're not known for anything really. The biggest show they've done is Gushing Over Magical Girls. The final show we will talk about today is the sequel to Sentai Dai Shikaku or Go-Go Loser Rangers Season 2. I liked Go-Go Loser Rangers, so I'm going to watch Season 2. I kind of want to see where they go. So it's a must-watch for me. Akuma, anything to say about this?
I haven't watched it, but because it's so similar to Power Rangers from what I've told, I'm going to watch the first season soon, maybe after I've watched Free Ren, but I'm also watching another anime at the moment at the same time. So I'll get to it eventually.
No, understandable. But yeah, that was our list of the animes of what we won't be watching, what we will be watching, we might be watching. Well, let's be honest, the might be is basically we'll watch them for like a couple of episodes and drop them if we don't like them. These have been our opinions. If you want to talk about your comments, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because we do like making content. As much as we don't publish stuff, it's just because we are busy people. Akuma has a short ready, but he hasn't published it because he hasn't put his subtitles on it yet.
Nope.
So, you know,
it's getting there eventually.
We'll look forward to that. We're getting there. And of course, once he's done that, I will get my train running again, because I said to him we're not uploading another video until it's that. So, yeah. But yeah, if like I said, if you want to, please give us something. And if you want to see an unedited version, maybe we can do something like that as well, because Akuma has got all the videos in Little Drive. And if you want to see the unedited stuff that we do cut out, please let us know. All right. Thank you very much. Bye.
Have fun.